Yo, what is up, everybody? What is up? Welcome back to the channel. I go by the name of Still Tre, man. I'm Still Tre. I'm still here, still dropping videos, still putting out bangers. I'm still that guy. Whatever you may have, man. Whatever you may have. Anyways, in this video, y'all, I want to go over the 3 must-use settings for NBA 2K24. Yes, now, a lot of y'all, if y'all are new to the game, y'all probably don't understand none of what I'm about to explain to y'all. But if you are familiar with 2K, you probably already changed these settings before you even play your first My Park, My Career, Stage, whatever. Before you play any of those games, you've already probably went into those settings. For those of you who are new, this may help take your gameplay to the next level. All right, so starting off, the first setting is the defensive assist setting. Now, what this setting does is it pretty much helps you play defense, which sounds good in theory. You know what I'm saying? It sounds good, help you play defense. Shit, I'm ass on defense anyways, right? But no, a lot of times, depending on where you had a slider, it could make your player slower and have a slower reaction time, depending on your build and again on what you got this setting on. Now in the past, you know, this is a setting that I'll play with. I'll play with it on, I'll play with it off, and I'll play with it somewhere in between. Now again, what this setting does is it literally plays defense for you. It's going to control your player. Now the higher you have it, the more control it's going to have over your player and the less control you will have. So a lot of people use anywhere between 5 to 25, right? Some people use higher than that. Some people put theirs on 100 and are successful at playing defense. You're gonna have to play with this setting a lot to find out what works for you. There isn't an end all be all for this setting, but again, test it out. You're gonna have to test it out. There's no end all be all for this setting of, hey, put it here and it's gonna work. Everybody plays different. Everybody has a different controller. Everybody has different attributes. Everybody has a different player. Everybody is a different player. So you're going to have to go into these settings and test them out for yourself to find out what works for you. Me personally, this year in particular, I'm still playing with this as we speak, because in years past, I played with a high defensive build. Not necessarily a lock, but majority of the builds that I've made in the past have had a lot of defense. This year, I went with more offense because I knew how crazy defense was going to be this year. I knew it was going to be crazy. So I went with more offense, and I'm having success playing defense sometimes, and then other times I'm getting cooked. Now, that could be because of my attributes. That could be because of my defensive assists. So, again, moral of the story is you're going to have to play with these settings to find a good middle ground for yourself. All right, moving on. The next one, box out assist. Pretty much like the defensive assist, right? Box out assist is going to help you box out rebounders. It's going to put your body on them. Now, the higher you have it, the more control they have over your box out. The lower, the less control they have over your box out. Now, again, with the box out setting, this will control how your player moves too. The higher you have it, the more restricted you are going to be when it comes to your movement. So proceed with caution when using this setting. It's a good setting to have, don't get me wrong, especially for those who have, you know, a tendency to not box out the rebounder. This may help you. So again, keep that in mind when you are playing with this. You're going to have to test it out. You're going to have to test it out more than once. You're going to have to test it out more than twice. And you're going to have to test it out. If you have multiple builds, you're going to have to test it out on multiple builds. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing to have. You just got to find a middle ground. You just got to find a middle ground. Moving on. The next setting, last but not least, are your pass settings. Yes, your pass settings. These are very important because not everybody is going to be able to icon pass. I get that. So what I recommend is you go through these sliders and try to figure out what pass setting works for you. Now, as you see in the video, these are my pass settings. These work for me. It don't always work, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely helps. I've seen in the past people have risen the openness, past the openness to, you know, kind of limit their turnovers. But I feel like 2K is one of those games where even if you make the right pass decision, they'll still put the receiver in a position to get the ball stolen, right? I've seen it happen too many times. So again, you're gonna have to take some time to play with the pass settings, and a lot of times the pass settings are going to depend upon your pass accuracy too. So don't think that just because you got your pass thing set to openness that it's always gonna find an open man. You still can end up getting turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you play with all of these settings. Play with all of them. There's more settings in there's more settings we can get into, but I think these are the most important starting out because of the slider. You know what I'm saying? You can adjust it, right? There's a bunch of other settings I'm not going over today. If y'all want me to go over the other settings in the video, let me know. But I'm not going to go over a lot of the other settings, like the jump shot cues. Y'all should already know what some of this stuff is, right? But let me know in the comments below, man, what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? What are you guys doing with these settings? You know what I'm saying? Where do you guys have them set at? Do you like where it's set at, or do you guys need help fine-tuning those settings? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and make sure as always to follow me on Twitch, TikTok, Twitter. The links for those will be in the description below. So before you leave the video, you know what I'm saying, just make sure to follow me there, man, because that way you guys can keep up with what I got going on, and y'all will know when I'm going to post my next video. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.